Hey, this is Tara with a tarot card reading for Taurus for the month of January. So I'm going to shuffle the cards a little bit and see what we see. If you're ever interested, I do offer personal readings, so you can email me at tara@tarastarot.com. So let's see, Taurus. What is going on for Taurus? The month of January. So all Taurus is watching, if they need to know a message, please deliver it clearly. What do they need to know for January? Taurus for January. Taurus for January. Taurus for January. Okay, here we go. Taurus for January. Taurus. All right, we got it. Okay, here we go. So the first card we have is the Two of Swords. Then we have the Knight of Swords. Ooh, interesting. Then we have the Nine of Wands, crowning. Then underneath we have the Four of Cups. Receding into the past, we've got the Three of Cups. Coming into our future, we have the High Priest. We've got, in your position, the Page of Pentacles. In the environment, we've got the Five of Pentacles. Hopes and fears, the Tower. This is a juicy reading, I can tell right away. Outcome, we've got the King of Pentacles. Very Taurus. We've got the Magician. Oh, that's good. Empowering. The King of Swords. And the Four of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Three of Swords. Yeah, there's definitely some angst going on here. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of say what I see, and then we'll go through and break it down. So right off the bat, there's definitely, it's looking like there's some kind of uncertainty and or disappointment energy. So the main kind of what you're dealing with right now, where you find yourself, it's like you are either, you've been bored with something or dissatisfied or unsatisfied, and you can't really see the way out, or you're not seeing any kind of good opportunity or anything to lift your vibe. You're kind of feeling apathetic and dull. There's this Two of Swords energy, which is like conflicted thought, not knowing which way to go, having two roads you could take, but not really wanting to think about it or commit to either, and not being overwhelmed. So this is when we can either like, okay, I don't even want to think about it. I'm in love with two people. I don't even want to think about it. I'm just going to ignore it and like pretend it's not there. Or I have a really hard decision to make. There's these two different opposing ideas, and I don't know which one to go with. So there's definitely some kind of, you're not really satisfied with something, or you're not really clear on where to go and how to move forward. And it shows you have kind of been like working towards something for a really long time, and you're kind of feeling exhausted, like you're not seeing any return for your efforts. Like, how much longer can I keep putting energy into this? Or how much longer can I believe in my vision? Like, how much longer do I have to wait for it and work for it? I don't know if I have the energy. Okay, so there's that kind of thing here. So you're unsure about something. Maybe you've been working towards something a long time, or you don't like your situation, you've been trying to get out of it, but there doesn't seem to be a clear way forward, and you're feeling like exhausted and distraught and just kind of like frustrated, like, when is this changing? When am I going to be happy? When is this positive thing going to come? When is the other shoe going to fall? that kind of vibe. So it's a little bit frustrating and like stuck and you're a little down, I feel like, a little frustrated. But there's this other energy playing in right now in the present, okay? That's the Knight of Swords. So this is great because this energy rushes in and sweeps everything up and changes things. So the Knight of Swords energy is, you know, in the present position over this Two of Swords here, like this. So this is like where we're stuck and we're not sure, you know, which choice to make or where to go. You know, we have a blindfold on, everything's dark, we can't see. The moonlight is making everything look a little different and maybe threatening or scary or illusory. And then, but this card over it, look how different this energy is. It's moving forward. It has a mission. It has a purpose. It's rushing in and it's changing things. So that's good because I feel like something's going to come in. This could be someone. This could be a message. This could be like a letter, like an important news. But whatever it is, it tends to have an effect on things that changes the status quo. So it disrupts things, not in necessarily a negative way. Like if you just found out you're pregnant, that disrupts life a little bit. It could be great news, but you have to go through a lot of life changes. So it's kind of something like that. Or just shocking news that changes your whole perspective on something. Or a missing piece of information or a person that you've been waiting for to move things forward. So, yeah, so look at this. So we've got this in the present, right? Underneath you, which is like where the energies stemmed from or what's going on under the surface that you don't really know or what's like the core root of the matter is the Four of Cups, which is that apathy, disappointment, being let down, being bummed out, being bored, being depressed, just not really enjoying or feeling empowered or liking what's going on emotionally in your life. And then crowning, so these are all in a row, you know, like this. So this is your present. Right here. This is the deeper layers, where you are. This is how you look at the situation and how you feel about it. And again, so all these cards, this is the Nine of Wands where, you know, you're feeling exhausted, frustrated, like how much more do I have to give? How much fight do I have in me? So that's that, you know, frustrating energy, like it's stuck. So there's something going on that's, But then you have this coming in right here. So it's like breaking up that energy for you. So I do feel like there's an element that's going to be on offer. And it should be now. It should be like in the present moment, maybe a few days from now, that is coming in and changing things. Okay. So then we've got this Three of Cups card receding into the past. So it seems like with this combination, this in the past and then what we have in our present, it kind of seems like the good times, like you're missing the good times or you're missing that celebratory emotional feeling or you're missing socializing or you're something with a group of people and emotion. So it almost feels like the good times are over. Like you feel like, what the F? Like, why are all my happy days behind me? Like, where is this now? Like, you're kind of missing this or you're feeling like an emotional camaraderie loss in a way. Or this could also be even a love triangle that maybe you lost in and maybe you're the third person in it. And now you're feeling really let down and disappointment, like what the F happened there. Things like that. But this card is all about like positive, high emotions, celebration, good times, abundance with friends, feeling carefree, enjoying yourself. So I feel like you're not really enjoying yourself right now and you're kind of struggling in a bit, but we're going to see what's going on. Okay. So moving into the near future, we've got this High Priest card. So this makes me feel like, so this is a major energy, okay? So this is fated. It's part of your soul's plan for right now. You know, you can't avoid this energy. Now the High Priest is all about things from the spiritual world that we bring down to earth. So it's it's our societal beliefs and the societal structures we develop around beliefs, like marriage, for example. So this card can indicate, marriage and that structure, that commitment, bringing that into solid form on earth. This can also be like a mentor, like a spiritual teacher. And if it's not an actual person teacher, it could just be that information, that energy, or from your higher self or your guides. So it can be, what's my purpose? What does this mean? What's the significance of this? Any kind of like spiritual knowledge that's guiding you. So that could come into play as well. This card is also anything like it can be rigid. It can be structure. It can be, the rules we have in place in society that we have to kind of abide by. But it's various. You'll know what it kind of means for you. But this seems like, with all this waiting on the fence and being dissatisfied and like not seeing any reward or return and like not knowing where you're going or like how much longer do I have to put up with this or deal with this, I feel like in the near future there is this solid, stable direction. This is meant to be like your soul's going through this for a reason right now. You can't really see the significance behind it yet, but know that even though you aren't feeling satisfied and fulfilled right now, that this is part of your process and your journey, and it is leading you to having a more solid, stable, committed, recognized in society, any kind of thing like that energy. This is visible to everyone around you. This is life. This is real life. So all those kind of elements. So it feels like you are going to get some clarity and understanding and some kind of tangible, whatever this is that you're intending or dealing with right now. There's going to be some kind of resolution and like tangible information or tangible structure in place moving forward. And it might have to do with this Knight of Swords, whoever this is or whatever this is, seems to be bringing you from your stagnant place to this place of commitment, security, knowing what you're doing. It's almost like also it could be like, say you are trying to go back to school and you're like, I don't know yet, I haven't heard back yet, I'm exhausted, I've done so much applying and this and that, I'm unhappy with my life right now, I really need something to change. Then let's say you get this message from the university like, yep, we're moving forward, pack your bags, you're moving to Texas, and then this is that stable structure of schooling, of a degree. So it could be multiple different things, but the general energy here is you're not happy with something and there's going to be some change, a change of direction or a solidification or a grounding in your future. It looks like you're kind of like practically, what's important for you right now, you're kind of embodying a practical energy or like a curious, inquisitive energy, or like you're learning, like again, the school thing. I'm getting like books, like you're learning or you're taking steps towards something. But this in general means, you've planted seeds, you've taken step, and those seeds that you've planted in the 3D realm, because we're dealing with pentacles, are sprouting. So, the page is that ambassador that goes out and he enacts and has physical resources and develops things physically. So as you're nurturing this idea that you're so freaking exhausted about and feeling like really conflicted about, just continue, know that those seeds are sprouting. And we may not be able to see them all the time, but it's like, when you're watering a plant or something and you're growing herbs and you're like, I don't think they're growing. Well, if you just gave up on them, watch the next day they begin to sprout. So it's like that kind of thing. Like, tend to your crops, tend to your ideas, keep planting those seeds, keep moving forward. But this is showing that you have a good mental mindset regarding this. Like, you're practical, you're grounded, very Taurian, right? You're Taurus. You're just moving forward step by step. So keep that up. That's a good attitude. You're not letting your mental state or how you see yourself dissuade you or discourage you. So that's good. That's on your side. Looks like in the environment, though, there's some kind of like rejection aspect here. So like in your surroundings, or this could be the other person if you're asking about a couple or a relationship or something. So the Five of Cups is when it feels like, it seems like everything around us is rejecting us. We're down on our luck. No one understands. No one cares. We got the shitty end of the stick. Why is this happening? So here we have this, homeless person, no gloves, it's snowing, holes in the clothes, they're crying, they need help, and this church that's open and warm and illuminated is right behind them. So the analogy here is to not allow and adopt that victim mentality for yourself, because that will continue that energy and that will put you in a position where you are willing to receive that kind of treatment, and because you're believing that that is the case. So if some things around you appear that you're being left out, first of all, know that's temporary. This card is days, hours, like this is very temporary. Know that you do have help. You do have options. Look around. Be open. If you are saying, this, I feel this way and this is it, and going with that emotion, that is what you're going to experience more and more of. But if you detach and just take a step back, and look at a new perspective, there could be so much help around you and opportunities around you that you might not be seeing. Yeah, so I feel like something happened where you're, like, I don't know if you just lost a job or you broke up or you're just struggling with something, or even like a mental look on yourself. I don't know. But yeah, so don't, this is temporary. This is passing. And the outcome looks great. So we're getting there. Okay, so hopes and fears. Looks like you're afraid of like something falling apart, or like losing control, or like the truth being revealed and it not being what you thought it would be, or like just a shock, a completely unexpected shock. So I don't know if something is happening where you're right in feeling this way, like but that's a natural fear. So again, don't this is in the hopes and fears. So this is just a fear, okay? That insecurity, because I know Taurians, you really like things stable, routine. You like your, fridge stocked, your car with gas in it, your bed with the right blanket. Like you are, so that is your security. So I feel like you might feel out of control right now, or worried that your life is going to be out of control, or something's going to happen that's going to tear apart some structure in your life. But this looks like just a fear that you have. Or it could be like a hope that you want everything to kind of fall apart. Like if you're in a bad marriage, like I just hope my spouse catches me cheating so I can just freaking leave and have an excuse to get out. Something like that. Okay, outcome. So we've got a strong outcome, especially for Taurus. We've got two kings. We've got the King of Pentacles, which is generally Taurus, but this is you mastering. You're in your highest vibration of your practical form. So this is the King of Pentacles. So you're in control. You have money in the bank. You're enacting powerfully in the physical world. You have a say. People listen to you. People follow you. It's in your hands. You have the power. So that's really a good sign for whatever this is that you're developing. Remember, we had the Page. That's you. And you graduated to the King and the outcome. So it looks like by taking those steps, and something is, again, coming into solidification. And this is from God. This is from the universe, from above. Something that your spirit has been waiting for because it's part of your plan. So then we have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is all about that mental acuity. So anything communicative, strategic, thinking, smart, efficient, problem solver, anyone who's really eloquent, maybe very charming with words. So again, that's showing the highest vibration of this. Making a good decision too for like everyone, not just immaturely reacting or saying something, but really thinking things through, coming to a decision, and then enacting that in a responsible way. So this could be two people. This could be two, and it could be women as well. This could be two sides of yourself you're developing. This could be two skills or things that traits you, if you adopt, can help you in your journey. But you'll have to see how this jumps out and resonates with you for those cards. Then we've got the Magician, which was in between those two cards. And this is another major faded energy card. Again, this is saying the power is in your hands. You've risen, you've done the work, things have shifted, and now you are sitting pretty. Empowerment. You're the Magician, which means you're in control of your world. Anything you want to happen, that you believe in, that you try for, will happen, can happen. So it's all in your hands. You have the power. You're the magician. You're the creator of your own reality. So this with 2 kings, very strong. You're empowered. You're in a strong position to continue with what you're trying to develop. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles. Now this card is kind of, it can be 2 different things. Can be you're holding on too much, too rigidly to the status quo, and that's preventing more money or more abundance from coming in. Because, for example, let's just take a really stupid example. Like this guy, he's got his feet on his coins, he's got his hands occupied with this coin, he's balancing this coin on his head. So he can't move anywhere, he can't go anywhere, he can't make any more money because he's consumed with this right now, with managing this. If someone handed him a coin, he wouldn't be able to pick it up because he's holding that coin with both hands. So it's like okay, say you have $2,000 in the bank, but you're like, oh my God, I'm so excited that I have this money and that's awesome and I have savings, I'm never going to spend it, ever. Well, then it's never going to get invested. You're never going to circulate the money energy. You want to circulate money energy. If you're hoarding all the money, it's like clogging an artery. It's like blocking the loop. You're not going to be able to get more. So this is just kind of saying, like, be aware that, I know you like things how you like them and you like things to be secure and stable and have everything you need, all your ducks in a row. But don't allow that to stagnate you, and don't allow that to cut you off from other things that may want to come into your life in this way. But the good thing about this is there is stability. There is that foundation there that you're maintaining. But if you want to move up, if you want to open yourself up and receive more things, you have to open your arms. And you have to let go of what you're holding really tightly onto. So again, the bottom card, last one, is the 3 of Swords. This is just kind of talking about a disappointment in your life. Could be a love triangle, could be an argument with a friend, could be a disappointment, could be a pain and a wound that you have, like, against yourself, like lack of self-love or treating yourself badly. Any kind of like heartbreaking, conflicted, disappointing thing. So I feel like, you are going through this kind of like frustrating, tough time right now, and you're feeling down, you're feeling a little rejected, you're feeling a little lonely and abandoned, but this really is going to change. This Knight of Swords energy is going to come in and shift things, and then you have the High Priest coming up. So there is going to be development and some kind of stable structure here, and I'm seeing you are doing the work to move forward, and your outcome looks great. It looks like you do continue with this, and if you do, then you will be more empowered, have more power, be calling the shots, people will be listening to you, and you will be able to develop a more stable, abundant situation. So I hope that this helped. I hope that this was right. Leave any comments if you would like, and if you would like a personal reading, just email me at tara@tarostarot.com. All right, thanks everybody. Good luck with January.